Imagine arrogant boxing champion, dripping with pride, thinking he can crush anyone in his path until he picks the wrong opponent, a young black girl with nothing to lose and everything to prove. What happens next will leave you speechless, inspired and hungry for more jaw-dropping stories like this. Subscribe now to never miss a tale of triumph, twists, and raw human spirit. In the sweltering summer of 2025, the neon-lit arena of Las Vegas buzzed with anticipation, its air thick with the scent of sweat and ambition, as Marcus the Mauler Jackson, the reigning heavyweight boxing champion, strutted into the ring. His gold chains glinting under the spotlight, his smirk wide enough to swallow the crowd's cheers. A man who'd built an empire on knocking out opponents and egos alike, his record untarnished at 34-0. Each victory a testament to his belief that no one could touch him. Not in the ring, not in life. His arrogance a shield forged from years of dominance, but tonight he wasn't facing a seasoned pro or a hungry contender. No, tonight was different. A publicity stunt gone rogue. A cruel spectacle orchestrated by Marcus himself, who, bored of predictable wins, had handpicked an opponent to humiliate for the cameras, a 19-year-old black girl named Aisha Carter, a nobody from the cracked sidewalks of Oakland, a girl who'd never thrown a professional punch, her name plucked from obscurity after a viral video showed her shadowboxing in a community center. Her movements raw but electrifying, a spark Marcus saw as an easy target to douse for laughs, his team laughing as they signed the contract, calling it the mismatch of the century, a chance to show the world that Marcus could toy with anyone, even a kid with no business in his ring. But what Marcus didn't know, what no one in that roaring crowd of 20,000 could have predicted, was that Aisha wasn't just a girl with quick hands. She was a storm waiting to break, a force carved from years of surviving a world that tried to bury her, and tonight the unthinkable was about to unfold. Aisha had grown up in a neighborhood where hope was a luxury, her mother a single parent working double shifts at a diner, her father gone before she could walk, her life a gauntlet of dodging gang recruiters and budget cuts that shuttered her. School sports programs, but Aisha found solace in a dusty old gym, where an ex-boxer named Pops, a grizzled veteran with a limp and a heart bigger than his record, saw something in her, those lightning-fast reflexes, that unyielding fire in her dark eyes, teaching her jabs and hooks between school and odd jobs, never charging a dime, just believing in a kid no one else did. And when Marcus's team came knocking, offering $10,000 just to show up and lose, Pops warned her it was a trap, but Aisha saw something else, an opportunity. Not for money, but to stand on a stage the world couldn't ignore, to prove she was more than the labels pinned on her. Too small, too poor, too black, too female. Too everything they said she shouldn't be. The crowd jeered as she stepped into the ring, her borrowed gloves too big, her sneakers scuffed, her braids tucked under a mismatched headguard, Marcus towering over her at 6'4", 250 pounds of chiseled muscle, his laugh booming through the mic as he called her little sis, promising to go easy for the cameras. But his eyes gleamed with malice, planning to drag this out, to make her quit, to make her cry, to cement his legend by breaking a nobody. And as the bell rang, the arena pulsed with bloodlust, bets flying on how fast she'd fall. 30 seconds, a minute, no one giving her a chance, not even the commentators, who chuckled about Marcus's charity case. But Aisha didn't hear them, didn't see the sneers or the flashing lights. She saw Pops in her corner, nodding, his voice in her head, move like water, strike like thunder, and she danced, her feet a blur, dodging Marcus's lazy jabs, his fists cutting air, his grin faltering as she slipped his hooks, her smaller frame a ghost he couldn't catch. The crowd's laughter turning to murmurs, then gasps, as Aisha landed her first punch. A crisp jab to Marcus's nose, not hard, but sharp, a pinprick to his ego. And he roared, charging like a bull, swinging wild, each miss fueling his rage, while Aisha moved, her body a rhythm of survival, every step a lesson from years of dodging danger in her streets. Her punches landing now, not just jabs but hooks, snapping Marcus's head back, blood trickling from his lip, the arena falling silent, then erupting, not for Marcus but for her, this impossible girl who wasn't supposed to last 10 seconds. Now weaving through the champ's storm, her eyes burning with something Marcus had never faced. Hunger, not for fame, but for respect. By the third round, Marcus was panting, his swings slower, his arrogance cracking, while Aisha, bruised but unbroken, felt alive, her body singing with every hit she landed, each one a shout to the world that she was here, that she mattered. And then it happened, a twist no one saw coming. Marcus, desperate, threw a low blow. A dirty shot to her ribs, illegal, blatant, the ref shouting, the crowd booing. But Aisha didn't crumple, didn't cry. She staggered, gasped, then straightened, her eyes locking onto Marcus's, not with anger, but with pity, and in that moment, something shifted, the crowd now chanting her name, Aisha. Aisha, a wave of belief washing over the arena, drowning Marcus's legacy in its roar. The ref docked Marcus a point, but it didn't matter. Aisha was done playing his game, and in the 5th round, she saw it, his guard dropping, his pride blinding him, and she unleashed a combination Pops had drilled into her for years. A left hook to his jaw, a right uppercut to his chin, and Marcus, the untouchable mauler, stumbled, his knees buckling. The arena holding its breath as he hit the canvas, not out, but down, his eyes wide with shock, the countdown echoing, 1, 2, 3. And though he rose at 9, wobbling, the fight was different now. Marcus swinging like a man haunted, Aisha untouchable, a shadow with fists. And when the final bell rang, no knockout came. But the judges' scorecards told a story no one expected. A unanimous decision for Aisha Carter, the girl who was supposed to be a punchline. Now the victor, the crowd on its feet, tears streaming down Pops's face, Marcus's team silent, his gold chains dull in the light, his empire crumbling as Aisha raised her glove, not in triumph, but in defiance, a girl who'd turned humiliation into history. But the twists didn't end there post-fight. Marcus's team claimed a fix, demanded a rematch. While the internet exploded, Aisha's name trending worldwide, her viral video now a beacon for every underdog, and whispers surfaced of Marcus's dirty tactics. A leaked video showing him bribing a ref who'd been replaced at the last minute. A scandal that stripped his title before the rematch could even happen, while Aisha, offered millions for endorsements, turned them down, choosing instead to fund a gym in Oakland, named for Pops, a place for kids like her to fight for something bigger than a belt. Years later, Marcus, humbled, would admit in a quiet interview that Aisha had taught him what power really meant, not muscle, but heart. And Aisha, now a coach, a mentor, a legend, never fought again. But her story lived on, a reminder that the unthinkable happens when the overlooked rise, when the silenced speak, when a young black girl from nowhere steps into the ring and changes the world.